All right, I'm here to talk about something that I feel very strongly about, and that's tipping. And I'm not talking about that place in China or wherever the hell it is. I'm talking about tipping in restaurants and why tipping is bullshit. Before I start, let me just say that I understand that tipping is the norm in restaurants and people just do it without thinking, and it's been done for hundreds of years, and I can't stop it. But I just want to bring to light the fact that people are getting ripped off and explain why tipping is bullshit to me. Alright, so why should you have to go to a restaurant and pay for a meal, on top of that, pay tax, and on top of that, pay for some guy's salary that the restaurant should already be providing for him? I mean, think about it. If a waiter serves one person and that person tips the waiter $3, and a waiter serves 100 people in a day, that's $300, and if you multiply that by 8 waiters, the restaurant saves itself over $2,000 that you're paying out of your pocket. I mean, fuck it. If it costs me $3 to have somebody bring me coffee, then fuck it. I'll just go up and make the coffee in the back and serve myself. Or better yet, just go to a buffet where I'm not lazy and I can serve myself and save myself $3. And it's not about being cheap. It's about saving money. It's common sense. Just save yourself some money. Now, there's the argument, well, he's providing you a service. But if you're going to think like that, then you might as well tip everybody that provides a service, because everything is a service. I mean, the guy at the deli store, I might as well tip him an extra dollar after I buy a Gatorade, because he had to serve me the Gatorade, you know? I mean, if I buy a cigar from behind the counter, he has to reach behind the counter, hand me the cigar. That's a service. I wouldn't be able to get the cigar without him. Just like a waiter, I wouldn't be able to get the food without the waiter. So if you're going to tip the waiter, you might as well tip the deli store owner. You might as well tip everybody, because everything's a service, or not tip at all. And then there's also the argument, well, he's severely underpaid, he makes his living off wages. But to that, again, I say, why should I get stuck paying his salary? Just because he made bad decisions in his life, or decisions were made for him that led him to be a restaurant waiter, why should I get stuck paying a salary that the restaurant should be responsible for? I mean, I don't see a difference between that and donating to a church. I might as well take my money and just donate it to a church, because I see no difference between giving a guy money, because he's underpaid, and donating it to the church. So to conclude this, as realistic as it was, and some people may listen to this and think I'm an asshole and I'm negative, but I think this is realistic. If you want a tip, by all means, I'm not stopping you. In fact, two things. First of all, if a waiter does treat me well, I mean extra well, like if he puts extra cherries on my cake, then I'll tip him extra, because, he did a excellent service. But I'm not going to pay him just for doing his job. The restaurant should be doing that. And also, there are places where gratuity is put in the bill. Now, I would never eat at those places. But, if you want a tip, that's fantastic. You have every right to. But tipping is not a law. It's an option. Tipping is optional. So if you want a tip, go right ahead. But don't look at me like I'm an asshole when I don't want a tip, because tipping is not required.